الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وتابعيه بإحسان إلى يوم الدين. An issue that we face every now and then, some brothers would ask a question when something happens or even if something doesn't happen. Is it permissible to speak in the masjid? Is it permissible to speak in the masjid? So I've been asked this question more than once, and many brothers commented that some of the brothers would raise their voice while speaking in the musalla, in the prayer hall. So whether this is permissible or not. So being not a knowledgeable person, I went and researched a little bit and saw the opinions of the different fuqaha and different scholars regarding this matter. Okay? So one thing they all agree on is that speaking in the masjid in something that is not permissible is haram. Okay, so you cannot come in the masjid and speak in stuff that's not allowed outside the masjid. For example, and this is especially for the youngsters, like mocking each other, right? In the masjid. This is haram outside the masjid and inside the masjid. So you cannot do that inside the masjid, even if your voice is not high, is not loud. Okay? So this is something the scholars agree upon. Whatever is haram speech is not permissible anyway in the masjid. Okay? Now, what about the permissible speech? Like some brother would ask, how are you, brother, how are you doing? Something like that. Or just discuss a brief matter of dunya. Whether this is permissible or not, the different scholars have different opinions. So one opinion is the opinion of Shafi'iyya and Zahiriyya, and this is that if you speak in the masjid in something that is not haram, but you speak in something that's related to dunya, it's permissible. That's the opinion of Imam al-Shafi'i, and al-Zahiriyya is the madhab of Ibn Hazm radiallahu anhu. And the other opinion is the Malikiyya and Hanabila. They say it's makruh. It's not recommended to do that. It's actually preferred not to do it. This is the madhab of Malikiyya and Hanabila. And then the madhab of Ahnaf, Imam Abu Hanifa, is it's not permissible to speak in the masjid. Okay, so obviously we have a difference in opinion. Our brothers who follow the Hanafi madhab, they follow the opinion that it's not permissible to speak in the masjid, even if it is a matter of dunya that is halal. Okay, brothers from other madhab, they may follow the opinion that it is permissible to speak in the masjid. Okay, and there are different narrations and different ahadith. One of the ahadith that says that it is permissible to speak in the masjid is the Prophet ﷺ used to pray Fajr and then sit in his place waiting for the sunrise to pray duha and then leave, right? So they say that while he was sitting down, the Sahaba, some of the Sahaba would discuss some matters of dunya even in the time of Jahiliyyah. And they would, laugh, and the Prophet ﷺ would smile. So obviously he didn't deny or he didn't say that what you are doing is wrong. He was smiling on what they were saying. So this is a hadith that is sahih, that some scholars used to say it's permissible to speak in the masjid. Okay? The other hadith is actually story on Umar ibn al-Khattab radiallahu anhu, that people would pray in Masjid Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam in Medina, and after prayer they would speak to each other. When he found that they speak so much and sometimes it's too loud, he built an area outside the masjid, something like our rotunda here, they call it ar-ruhba, and he asked the people, like, if you want to speak loudly, or if you want to say poetry, or if you want to say other things, please go, or speak loudly, please go outside and speak in that ruhba, okay, in that area outside the masjid. Okay, so those are the two opinions. So now, obviously, we have to come to a compromise because we have differences in opinions here, right? So the permissible, it is, in general, it is permissible to speak in the masjid because there is difference in opinions, right? We have to accept that. So it's permissible to speak in the masjid. However, don't raise your voice, and if you're going to discuss too many things, please just go outside the musalla and speak out there. If you want to speak loudly or discuss some matter that will take some time. But if you are, after salah, you see your brother next to you, say, how are you, brother, how are you doing? With a moderate voice or in a matter that does not disturb others, it may be, inshallah, acceptable. So just to respect the difference in opinions, inshallah. Now, sometimes people would speak and then somebody would shout at them, oh, don't raise your voice, and we get into, this is not permissible in the masjid, okay? To raise our voice and to ask people to, stop. There is actually a hadith that Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said, subhanallah, I missed the hadith. Oh, actually it's here, yeah. سيكون في آخر الزمان قوم يجلسون في المساجد حلقا إمامهم الدنيا فلا تجالسوهم فإنه ليس لله فيهم حاجة. This is a hadith that's talking about that in the end of time some people would sit in the masjid, they only discuss dunya, don't sit with them because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not in need of what they are doing. And the other hadith is subhanallah, I missed that. Maybe I'll revise it inshallah and mention it to you later on. But anyway, quarreling in the masjid, raising our voice in the masjid is not permissible. So if we see somebody speaking in the masjid, don't make it a big deal and then make more noise, and you are actually committing haram while you are trying to forbid something that you think is wrong. Okay, so this is just in summary the issue of that, inshallah. Jazakumullah khair.